Hello! Welcome to the assembly party of the October Crochet Along. I'm really excited that so many of you have found your way here. How are you, Polar and Ark and Jilla and Sela and Ann? Thank you, I just got my tea delivery from Lucas. This is the cup of the day. It is the näkymätön Ninni. The invisible Ninni. Yes, that's her name. And some chai. Thank you, and some milk. These live streams are not usually this hectic, but we got stuck watching a YouTube series called Jet Lag, and it's really good and very captivating. So that's why I had a little less minutes to get prepared than I usually have before a live stream. Do you have your parts close at hand? Have you found your favorite assembling needle and a pair of scissors? I think mine fell actually on the floor when setting up, so I need to I need to grab those. Sorry. But otherwise, I think I'm all good. As you can see, I have cheated a little bit because I took the photos for the assembling today, and I totally forgot to frog the neck and the body. So while I'm here talking away, you can get started on attaching the head to the body. It is very easy. There is the exact same amount of stitches on the neck and on the body, so you just pick up one stitch from the neck and one stitch from the body and go all the way around. One important thing though, stuff the neck very, very firmly before closing, like ridiculous amount of stuffing, because otherwise you will have a floppy neck. I mean, it might be on theme with Halloween, but if you want a sturdy neck, use a lot of stuffing. If you feel like it's hard to get it sturdy, you can also use some kind of support inside of it, for example a chopstick or these things that you make curly hair with. I have no idea what they are called in English, but you can put several different things. There are a lot of ideas out there on the internet if you have trouble getting the neck and the head sturdy. But I think mine turned out pretty good. Hi Narian and hi Heidi. People tuning in from the USA as well. Hi Regina. Polar, tonight I'm gonna listen and cleaning my house. That's also a very good thing to do. I approve everything. Whether you want to assemble your mystery amigurumi doll or something else that you have been maybe postponing for a while, feel free. Or if you have chores that you need to get done and just want to have someone to listen to while washing dishes, that is also totally fine. Let me know where you're tuning in from. I'm very curious as well. Lucas is helping out in the chat if you need any help with anything today. He kindly suggested that he could be moderating the chat and everything. Is it weird? Maybe. So yeah, if there is any issues with sound or anything, let me know. Did it get any better when twiggling the cord, or is it still? I mean, it can be on the other side. Hi Carolina! Arcangela, do you use a needle or hook to assemble the head? I use a needle. It is a tapestry needle. I hope I have it somewhere. Yes, this. It is a needle that is usually used for cross stitching. I don't know, unfortunately, what size it is, but it's not like it's not that big. This is like this I would use for thicker, like knitting yarns, but it's a thinner one. It's dull on the end, but it still has quite a large eye, so that you get your yarn easily through it. Hi Victoria, hi Jessie, more people from California and USA. Jacob, yes, I recognize you from Poland, and from Stockholm, and Heidi also from Finland. Tampere is not super near Helsinki, but I mean, distance-wise, no, but it takes about an hour and a half, maybe, with train, so pretty close. Sibbo is really near Helsinki, so yes, it's really, really close. So yeah, that is a little bit about my needles and what I use. This is, as I said, my favorite needle, and I will cherish it forever. I tend to lose my needles. I don't know if anyone else can relate to that, but I seem to always put them in weird places and don't really find them. So yeah, another thing that I already have done, because I know that I will be talking away this hour, so my sewing might be slower than yours, or it probably will. So I have also attached the top part of the hair to the bottom part. I'm gonna take out the needles. This is just because I realized that it's easier to sew on like this than sewing on the big part and then the smaller part. So the thing I'm gonna start with is to actually attach the hair. But I'm very confident that you will catch up with me pretty soon. Hi Nadine from Canada. I'm so excited that we are so many here for the assembling party. I'm a bit sad that the October crochet along is ending already, but there will be a Christmas crochet along in December. Some of you know this already because I talked about it. I talked about it in the Discord a little bit. But yes, I'm very excited for that, and in between that I will be getting ready for the Tampere Craft and Design Fair. It is about 4 weeks left and I have a lot to do. But I'm really, really excited. So yeah, it's good that there will be a little tiny break, because I love hosting these crochet alongs. It's my favorite thing to do, but it is a lot of work. So let's see, I definitely need to pin this down. This is my first design with hair. It was a challenge. I have crocheted dolls with hair previously. I made a set of the Harry Potter trio for my friends and Lucas last year, and I mean they have hair, but I haven't done it in this way. I used to make a lot of hair, but I realized that it gets super fluffy, so now I'm just trying to make 2 layers, and then we are gonna pin the underneath layer, and we're gonna I think we're gonna keep this. I mean, you can also, if you want to, you can pin the upper layer as well. But yeah, this was way faster than the hairs I have done previously. I have also made a Moana doll for my niece. This was many years ago. And it also had a ridiculous amount of hair, and it just took forever. So if you are new to making amigurumi hair, I hope that I haven't scared you away and that you felt like it was manageable. I'm also really excited about the doll shaping and the fact that everything from the neck down is already assembled. It is just, it makes, at least for me, it feels like you have already started the assembling, though you haven't sewed anything on. So it's at least for me, it feels easier to get starting. I'm just gonna start stitching this part to the head. I will not make tiny pretty stitches because nobody will see this, so I'm gonna do pretty large ones. Let me know what you are working on wherever you are. Are you finishing up your mystery doll, which is not a mystery anymore? We all know it's a witch. We actually have a quest for tonight. We need to figure out a name for our witch, and this can probably Lucas help me with. If there is suggestions, put them in the chat, and I'm gonna gather them and make a poll in the Facebook group so we can vote for a name for our witch. And the first human doll in the Garnknuten collection, which is, it's crazy. I've been scared of doing dolls, to be honest. Animals are so just easy. But I think this was really fun, and I definitely think there might be some other dolls maybe in the future. Maybe an elf would be really fun to design. Maybe people that have different works or something. I don't know. Let me know what kind of or elf, or more like fantasy Dungeons and Dragons kind of collection. Let me catch up. Hi, Needle Queen from Lithuania. Yes, looking forward to the December call. Me too. Gabriella, hello from Chile. Hi. And so hard to guess from the... Yeah, Lucas is asking, do you have any theories what the December call will be? And so hard to guess for the December call, maybe something polka and an animal. I actually have a polka pig already. That was... Oh, have it been a December... I don't think so. I think it's just a separate like Christmas pattern. It hasn't been featured in a crochet along. Santa elf, no idea. Yes, there are a lot of possibilities. I'm really excited for this. It's an animal that's been missing from the collection for a while, and it's been on my mind for a while. Sila, sorry, now do you sew the two hair pieces together before sew to the head? I missed that part. Yes, sorry. I assembled this earlier today just because I know that I will be talking a lot during this live stream. So before starting, and to be honest, I just forgot to frog them. I usually assemble the entire amigurumi before and then I frog it, but this time I just pinned and took the pictures because that was less work for me. So yes, before I attach it to the head, I attach the two pieces together. Be sure that you have the fringe, that they are looking like this. So you have one scallop here and the two beneath, like that. And now I'm just sewing the bottom part of the hair to the head, pretty roughly with big stitches, nothing fancy. Doesn't have to be, because nobody will peek, nobody will know, and it's sewn with the same color, so it's gonna be very invisible. Narian, I accidentally sewed the head choose free when I made it, so attaching it will probably be a struggle. Do you mean that you sewed the hair before? Let me know. Lucas, there's always a risk of it being too delicious looking. Oh yes. Or too cute. Polar, we got polar bear and deer. Reindeer in country. Yes. I actually don't have a deer, but I have an elk, which is pretty close to a deer. Elk is one of, I don't know if it is the national animal of Finland, but it should be. It feels like it's the signature animal of Finland, at least. Yeah, totally right. We have a polar bear, we have a elk, so maybe an elf or an angel for the December call would be nice. Or sheep or donkey. Sheep is very high on my list. I know a lot of people have wished for a sheep. I would love to know if you would like a sheep standing on its 4 legs, like Frida the llama and Lola the giraffe, or would you like a sitting animal that has the same like shape as this doll? Because that is like something that I've been thinking about. what kind of version? I mean, I could do both, but would you prefer a standing sheep or a sitting sheep? A donkey would also be also very cute. Very, very. I like a Christmassy donkey. Narian, I continue decreasing to I continue decreasing so that you have only 6 stitches and not 24. Then I highly recommend you to frog a couple of rows until you have 24, because it's way easier to sew together the neck and the head when you have the same amount of stitches. Lucas, I have my notes open now, everyone. If you have any ideas for the name for this witch, I'll note them down. Thank you, Lucas. Yeah, I actually have like 0 ideas for. I usually go with names that start with the same letter, so in this case it would be W or we, but yeah, I mean, I can't really name her Veronica, can I? No, that would be weird. That would be really weird. We can't have a doll that has the same name as me. But Vivica, or maybe Vanessa, or Vilma. I mean, there is quite a lot of. The dragon got a nice name that was inspired by the color. Is amethyst? Is that purple color? Okay, now I need to be right back. I'm gonna dive under my desk and search for my pair of scissors. Oh, I love yeah, Wendy's nice. Or Windy. Vinona. Mm-hmm. And for the witch name, I will go with Sapphire or Helga. Oh, I like Helga. I like these like Nordic kind of names. And Helga is really nice. Willow. Willow is also pretty. Thank you. Let's keep the suggestions coming, and I will make a poll on the Facebook group. Okay, so the hair. It looks so crazy. Yes, we have the hair stitched. I hope I got it straight. Yeah, good enough. I think I might need to pin these scallops down as well, but I'm gonna start with pinning the underlayer because that will take a while. And this is something that I haven't done before, so I hope it kinda it's gonna be like even. My plan is to pin all the way around first and then stitch each. You can also, if you want to, glue gun them down, but I don't have a glue gun currently, so I'm gonna sew them. I don't know how far down I'm gonna stitch them either. As you can see, it's my first time, so we are gonna experiment how it's gonna look like. And this can seem a little bit tedious, but I promise it will be worth it. It will look so good when it's done. Otherwise we will have this. I mean, it is just a different hairstyle. But yeah, we need to make it more flat, otherwise we can't really fit the hat that is going on top. And thank you to everybody who was joining the movie night last week. It was so cozy. If you missed it, we host monthly movie nights in the Discord server. And this month we watched Nightmare Before Christmas and crocheted together. Next month we are probably gonna watch something Thanksgiving themed, but I need to do some research because I have no idea what kind of Thanksgiving themed movies there is out there. So let me know if you have any suggestions. There will be that, or then we will have just some other theme. We could also have like 2 Christmas themed ones, one in November and one in December. But we will see. We will see. That is next month. Angela, sorry. I'm also enjoying the music. Nice, thank you so much. Or like, thank you. I mean, it's not my music, but I'm happy to hear that you are enjoying the music. I really like cozy jazz, so, and I also want this to be like a very relaxing hour where we take the time to take some deep breaths and do something creative. Okay, I feel like I'm coming to the end. Yeah, I think it might have been a very good thing to start in the back. Am I now realizing? So if you're doing this, start in the back and move forward. I think I might be pretty lucky, and that it's, yeah, I think it's gonna be fine. Paula, the music fits so perfectly. Yes. Nadine, which name could be Hexy because she can cast spells and hexes? Oh yes. Very good suggestions. I'm also thinking about making a bonus pattern for you. Because I feel like she needs a broom. Let me know if you would be interested in a pattern for a broom. I think that would be a fun addition to our character. Currently, I'm also working on the ghost buddies. I just sent the pattern to my testers. The goal is to get it out next Thursday. Hopefully. I'm trying my best to get it out before the season changes. Nice. Her hair, I was planning it would be a little bit longer, but because it curls, even though, I mean, a little curl is fine, but I wasn't really expected that much curl, so I'm gonna just pull the hair a little bit to make them a little bit straighter. My goal actually was to tie it together here, but I think it's too short. I think it's too short to get any like, yeah. But it looks so cute when it's down as well. Okay, so next step is to attach the under layer of hair. Would be nice to know where I have my bummer here, I think. Yes, looks right. Archangela, yes, a broom. She could have a full set. Broom, tiny cat, tiny black cat. Yes, there is so much things. So if you have any ideas, feel free to crochet them. Put the pictures up in the group. I love when you freehand and experiment with my patterns and make it your own. And I tried to make a small cat for her, kind of based off Tom the cat. It looked horrible. Oh no! Don't give up. Maybe it was just the first try. Nadina would love a broom. Yeah, I'm gonna put it on my list. The final PDF pattern will be sent to you next Friday. Yes, I will take some pretty pictures of the finished amigurumi still before that. So yeah, if you're wondering when the finished PDF is gonna arrive, it's in a week. This will probably be the section that takes the longest, I think. But I'm just gonna enjoy it. Yeah, so I'm making a tiny stitch through each strand, trying to pick up something from that, whether it is just a couple of strands of yarn or an entire stitch. It's a little bit tricky to see what you are when you are fishing. I'm so impressed of all these amigurumi designers that mainly does amigurumi dolls, because yeah, here is a lot of work. Oh no. I feel like it's really hard to pick up anything from the... I'm just catching stuffing. To be honest, I'm not a big fan of gluing stuff to my dolls, but I think this step would actually be pretty nice to glue. I think it's my old-fashioned teaching crafts background that is like, you should always sew if possible, but I'm like, no. Sometimes it's not worth it. And I think this would be and work like perfectly with a glue gun as well. I mean, of course, it depends what you're doing with your doll. If it's just gonna sit on a shelf, a glue gun is perfect. But if you want a washable toy, maybe sewing is the way to go. I mean, there is situations for every technique. Polar, send it on Discord, please. Yes! Yes, send the picture of the cat on Discord. Please. We will like to see it. Polar broom would be nice. Also, I was thinking about a cape. Yes! Yes, like a Harry Potter cape. A wizard cape. Yes, this amigurumi is very much inspired by Hermione, also from Harry Potter. Unfortunately, I can't design those because they are characters and that would be copyright infringement, but at least we can make a kind of look-alike. so good. Okay, I haven't figured out what to do with the end or how I'm gonna sew that in. If I'm just gonna go through and then just tie them together. We will see when I come there. Okay, I think we are about halfway. That wasn't that bad actually. But we still have ice left after this. I'm so excited for this when it was so few things to assemble. I am not a no-sew designer by any means, but I like to design amigurumis that are easy to assemble, because I think that there are amigurumis out there that can be hard to assemble but also easy. There is a ways that designer can make it easier for the maker to assemble. For example, the neck and the head part, to make the stitches equal makes it much easier to assemble together. And also the fact that you could, if you wanted to, crochet the arms together with the body if you didn't want to sew them on afterwards. And the fact that the legs is already attached, and this time the skirt was already attached because we crocheted in the back front loops. So I like the challenge of making the assembling part easy and fun as well as the crocheting, because I'm also one of those who very easily postpones the assembling part, and feels like it can be very daunting to just do. And that's why we have these parties, to get some courage from each other and just cheer each other on when it comes to the assembling part. Angela, what makes you decide the front of the doll and the back of the doll? That's a really good question. So I look at the legs, and I look where the color changes are on the legs. So when I crochet these together, I try to get them on the back side. So that, and also where the the round ends and begins in the neck. So that's two things that for me decides what's the front and the back. Trying to have the prettier and more neat side as the front, and then we can hide everything else in the back. Okay, couple more strands left. This is actually a design that I have had in my mind for a couple of years. I've always wanted to make a witch for Halloween, but I overcomplicated it like crazy, and yeah, I just made it too complicated, and then now that I simplified it, it was such an easy make, and it went, yeah, it was such a quick design. So yeah, a tip if you are ever planning on doing amigurumi, it's very easy to overcomplicate things, and sometimes, I mean, it's simple is also beautiful. Keep that in mind. And especially if you are a beginner designer, that is a good thing to go after. Then you can advance afterhand. That is not a proper English thing to say. Efterhand. Come on. Okay, let's see if I... This was too short. Remember, always leave enough yarn in the beginning when you are sewing. I seem always to forget that. Also, at the end, I feel like it's so hard to calculate how much yarn you need for sewing. I usually give like an approximate amount, but at the end, you never know. Okay. Oh, she looks so cute. I think the bangs are okay. That's good. I'm gonna fasten off this yarn end at the back because it's just in the way all the time. Polar, your amis are one of the most fun to crochet because of the minimal sewing process. Oh, thank you so much. That makes me so happy to hear. I'm actually trying really hard to keep it fun. Okay. This looks horrible, sticking someone with a needle behind the neck. Polar, also I had a question about your name Gångknuten. Where did you come up with the name and what does it mean? Thank you for the question, that's a good one. I haven't explained it that much. So Gångknuten in Swedish, garn is yarn and knuten is a knot. So translated from Swedish, Gångknuten means yarn knot. And if you've seen my bow yarn logo, bow is a form of knot. So that is why it looks like a bow and a yarn at the same time. I'm actually in the process of revamping my logo a little bit. I'm having a hard time though. I would like to keep the like yarn skein logo, but at the same time I would like to add a crochet hook. But yeah, I don't know. It's on my to-do list for next week, so we will see. I'm gonna definitely share some updates on the logo process, and hopefully you will have your say what you prefer. I would love to hear your opinions. But yeah, I just came up with it very long time ago when I started my blog, where I shared my crochet projects, and I named that one Gångknuten, and I really liked the name a lot, so I made it my business name. Thank you. Yeah, so that's the story behind Garnknuten. I've been thinking a lot about changing it to something more international, because I know it might be hard to pronounce if you are not speaking Swedish. But I really like it, and at the same time I feel like it stands out a little bit maybe from the crowd. Whether if I would have like crocheted by Veronica or something. Yeah. So for now I'm sticking with it. Maybe someday in the future I will change it, but yeah, I don't know. It would be so much work to change the name right now, because it's also my legal business name, so I would need to change that and all the website. No. Right now I'm I'm probably too lazy to make it more international. And I mean, you are so many who have found me like all around the globe either way, whether it was like, even though it is a Swedish business name. So I don't know if by the end of it would make any difference if my company would be called Yarn Knot instead of Garnknuten. Okay, it is time to attach the this is like each time I assemble something and I realize that this is actually adorable. I mean, you can imagine how it will look like, but at the end of it, you can't exactly imagine how it looked like. And when you start assembling and realize that this is actually going to be cute, and it's actually turning out how you have planned, that feeling is just amazing. And I guess that is why I designed amigurumis. Anne, agree with Paula, your name are very fun. And I love that there aren't 100 pieces, often small pieces to sew together, haha. I try not to have 100. I mean, I wouldn't even be able to assemble that. And if I, for one or another reason, design something with a lot of pieces, I promise it will have a warning sign on it. But yeah. And I think Garnknuten works international. As long as you keep away from O, I think you're fine. Yes, yeah. It would be a different story if I used those letters that aren't available in the English alphabet. So yeah, I think it works as well. And yeah, but I'm really excited for the making the logo. So I'm gonna make a so this is the story. We have a library here in Helsinki, or several, that has a lot of really cool tools that you can borrow. For example, they have a large printer where you can print prints, like larger prints that are up to 1 meter and 30 centimeters wide. So I've been making some prints for the market in November. But they also have a laser cutter, and I'm so excited for the laser cutter because I'm gonna do a wooden logo for the craft fair. So I'm really excited for that. I would really love to make some pins or something as well, but we will see. I have in mind still a secret Happy Amigurumi Club shop for only members, where there would be some fun, like amigurumi nerdy things. Maybe some pins and some fabric, like project bags or something. Let me know if that would be something that you would be interested in. I would I think it would be really fun to design, for example, a project bag that would be for members only, where it would like we could have something together, as well as it would be fun to have a Happy Amigurumi Club pin that you could maybe, if you want to use it, or if you want to put it on your project bag, you could have it on your project bag. But we will see. There is a lot of fun things coming up in the club still this year. We have a yarn swapping thing in December. I'm just gonna still figure out the logistics of that one, but I'm gonna go out with more information in November. The goal is to swap yarn that we don't use with someone else, instead of like it's like a Secret Santa with yarn that you have in your stash. That's the idea of it. I think it would be a really fun thing to do. I bet we all have some kind of yarns at home that might not be your personal color scheme, for example, or thickness or something else. So that's coming up. We also have a sewing workshop. So if you want to improve on sewing and assembling your amigurumi, keep your eyes on that. It will probably happen at the end of November or the beginning of December. I feel like everybody has a lot going on in December, so that is why I would like to squeeze it in November. But we also have our secret guest coming in November, so that will also be fun. More names! Vinga, Will, Harriet. Think I'm done with names. Thank you so much for your name suggestions. I bet we're gonna she's gonna get a very nice name. Keep your eyes open on the poll. I'm gonna make the poll next week, because after this I'm gonna take weekend vacation. So my plan is not to work during the weekend. I'm trying my best to have my weekends free, and I really feel like my mental health needs it. So I'm trying to be a very what is it called? A good boss for myself, and saying that I'm not gonna work. I'm gonna take everything and do stuff on Monday and next week. Polar, I think the design of your amigurumi stands out your brand and your name perfectly in crochet business. Thank you so much for your kind words. And by them, you are recognizable for the world of makers. Oh, thank you so much. Yeah, I've got the question a couple of times why I only have these kind of eyes on my amigurumi. And to be honest, it's I mean, I like the look of safety eyes as well, but I'm trying to not use plastic as much. And the safety eyes that I have found is almost every of them. I know there is glass one as well, but they are a little bit trickier to attach. And I found out, I saw an amigurumi with these kind of eyes and thought that I really liked the way that they looked, and they make me smile. And so I just started making happy eyes and they kind of stuck, and yeah, they've kind of become one of my what is it called, like main features of my amigurumi. So there is no changing anymore. I mean, of course, you can change. But I like the fact that they are also very kids safe because you are sewing them on. And yeah, I like that they look happy and jolly. I also feel like nowadays a lot of people are using safety eyes, and it makes a lot of amigurumis look the same. And I understand that. I mean, I also like the look of it, so I totally understand why you would go for safety eyes as well. But I like the fact that it's a little bit more unique, maybe, to have these happy eyes. Okay, first eye attached. It is already an hour, but I'm gonna finish this other eye here with you. And then we just have to tie the, and yeah, of course, the ribbon for the hat that I have put somewhere. Attach this as well, but that would be fast. Sila, I make many of your little amigurumi for my little grandchildren. Bob the Owl is a big hit. Love your work. Thank you. Bob is just adorable. I love that design as well. I've seen him in so many colors. I would someday like to make a rainbow collection of Bob the Owl as well. We will see if that becomes reality. Maybe that could be my next YouTube challenge. I made a YouTube video where I tried to crochet as many teddy turtles as possible, and now I'm thinking what I should do next. Maybe Bob the Owl would be fun to see how long it takes to take one. I do think though that it might, well, maybe it's the same time as, it might actually be faster than Ted the Turtle. And I love your eyes, and I love that I can give the amigurumis to my niece without worry. I do love to use safety eyes as well, but won't give those creations to my niece. Yeah, and I've seen a lot of my designs with safety eyes as well, and I love when you take your own spin on my designs. So if you love safety eyes, go ahead and use them. Oh no, my yarn has been splitting, so it's all like tangled up. This is not a fun yarn to sew with. I mean, the yarn is fun, but fine, but not how it looks like, especially right now. I'm gonna try and twist it. Twist it again. And yeah, if you're curious about how I sew on my eyes, I do it with an up-down stitch. That is probably not the right term, but I'm calling it that because I'm going up and then down through the piece. This way it looks like you can't really like see the stitches. If you would sew it like up and around, you would get an edge that you would see, but I really like that it's just patched on like this. So then I go down and then up again in the eye. And there is, if I remember correctly, the eyes are placed between row 10 and 18, and there is about 3 stitches in between them. But as per usual, I highly recommend to pin them in place. Find a placement that you like and then sew them on. Next week there is I'm currently working on a humongous crochet hook. So I'm crocheting a really big crochet hook, and I hope that I will get it done by next week. I'm filming the process and gotta make it into a YouTube video. So yeah, stay tuned. Stay tuned for that. It has taken me quite a while. My goal is to bring it with me as a statement piece to the craft fair in November. And if there are interest in the pattern, I can definitely write it up. It is huge, but it is also crocheted with a very thick yarn. So I guess you could make it tinier with just switching out the yarn, but maybe someone is interested in having a really huge crochet hook in your couch, for example. So that is also coming up. We're gonna have a pretty cozy and chill weekend this week. We don't really have anything planned, but on Sunday there is this craft market in not super in the city center, but quite in the city center. And I just saw the list of who is gonna be there, and I'm really excited. I'm on a mission right now to visit craft fairs here in Helsinki, just to see if there is what kind of customers there are there and what kind of sellers, if it would be an idea for me to join craft fairs here as well. We will see. I mean, the Tampere craft fair is very much an experiment to see if the amigurumi calendar of 2025 is working with the Finnish audience. I'm currently in the process of translating it to Finnish. I'm gonna sell it in Finnish and in English. If there is anything left from my shop, I'm gonna take it with me in English, but we will see. So that is the plan, and if it goes well, I might consider to do more markets. I'm really excited because my sisters are coming with me, and we usually have a lot of fun together, and they are very good sellers. If you didn't know, my dad used to have a grocery store when I grew up. So we've been growing up in behind the counter in a store, pretty much, all of us. I was too little to work there before they closed, but my sisters have both been working there, and one of them is still working with sales and another one is working with kids. And yeah, but they have all like knowledge, and they are very easy to talk with. I think it will be great to have them with me, and just I would never do it alone. I know that I wouldn't just have the capacity, I think, to do it myself, so I'm very thankful that they are joining as well. But yeah, we will see. I'm actually very like open to see if markets is something that I want to do more of or not. She's so cute. I can't handle it. Okay. I am gonna tie her collar around her neck because I just want to see how it looks like. And I tried to make it as long so that it would be easy to make a bow. Yes, it is humongous. I think it might be 1 meter tall right now, the crochet hook. I'm trying to crochet 10 rounds a day, just because otherwise, if I didn't have a schedule, I don't think I would get it done. Oh, it looks so cute on the back side with a bow as well. Oh, it was very kind of like it to be underneath the purple, but I don't know, maybe it's like good when it's, maybe, yeah. Okay, we have the hat left. I can already tell that I have too little yarn, too short of a yarn end to attach this, but I'm gonna attach as much as I can. I mean, it doesn't have to be fixed entirely to the hat, but with a couple of stitches, because I just want to see how it looks. In the assembling instructions, I also tell that you can, if you want to, attach the hat to the head, but you can also leave it loose if you want to be able to take it off and on. You can also pin it to the head. I think I'm gonna do that just to get it like to stick to the head a little bit, but not like sew it, because I might want to take it off. I don't know. Give her something else to wear for Christmas, for example. So we'll see. I think that's good. Yes. Oh, she looks so cute. And if you want to make a mouth or something for her, feel free to do so. I have conflicted thoughts about mouth. It's hard to get it right, in my opinion, so... And I think she looks pretty cute without one, but, I mean, it might work with a little tiny black line. We will see. I might at some point change my mind and be like, she needs a mouth. But, let's find some black pins. It would be perfect if I would find 3, but I think I just have 2. Yes. We will work with what we've got. Ta-da! Let me present our mystery amigurumi of October 2023. Our still nameless witch, but she will have a name by the end of next week. I think she looks adorable. I can't wait to put her here on my bookshelf. I think she will have a special place there for now until we change season into something more Christmassy. Archangel, one of my eyes is bigger than the other. Double count your stitches in the beginning. That might be why it is. Or it can also just be your tension, that it changed between the eyes. That happens. But yeah, this is how she looks like. I hope that you enjoyed the assembling as well as the crocheting. Maybe I can show her in this camera as well. The lighting is coming from above, so you can maybe tell. I'm so excited to put her on my shelf. I hope you enjoyed this crochet along. I will send you next week the final pattern when I have taken some nice pictures of her and she has got a name. And yeah, stay tuned for the December crochet along. You who have been following me for a while knows that I love the December ones. It is my favorite because it was also there where I started my crochet along. My first was the Rolf elk that we made in 2018. Can you believe it? That this is the 5th year with crochet alongs. It is crazy. And I just can't stop. It is so fun. So we will count down to Christmas together with a mystery amigurumi. There will be more information coming up in November. There will not be a yarn kit for this amigurumi, but I will make sure that you get the colors and everything so that you can dig into your yarn stash or then go and buy something locally as well. But yeah, thank you so much for tonight. I hope you have a lovely rest of the evening and a marvelous weekend. See you inside of the Discord and Facebook